Hi everybody, it's Susan. How's everybody on a Sunday evening today? I had something that I wanted to share with you. I had been to my local fabric store this week, and they had a sale going on, and they know me very well in there, so they had given me a little bit more than a sale on these very beautiful sample pieces of material that they would use to make curtains and bedspreads of furniture, coverings, what have you. And I had bought a couple of these, and I had really taken a liking to this here fabric. Not that I would, make curtains out of it or anything, but I can use it for something else. And I also been really wanting to try out seam binding, and thought that I'd buy a little piece from them. So I bought, I think it was like 3 yards from them, and I really wanted to. I saw a few different people on YouTube that were using seam binding, and that were also making their seam binding look a little bit more vintage. So along with this material and the seam binding, I wanted to share a project with you that I incorporated these two things along with this large size tags from the Alterations die from Tim Holtz Sizzix into a Wild Orchid Crafts project. And here it is. This is a piece of corrugated cardboard that I had cut out using the large tag die. And then I put the material through the Big Shot with the die, and I attached the material to the corrugated cardboard using Fabri-Tac, which worked out really well. Okay, and if you look close here, I have some scattered stick-on pearls that I had in my stash. And these are Queen and Company, just some dollar pearls that I had gotten at Michael's way back, and they're like a yellowish gold color. And this is kind of like a really neutral looking tag. Not so much vintage. Maybe it can be because that's my style, but just quickly showing you here. These flowers that are right here, I'm just going to use a pointer. These flowers that are right here are those daisy flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts, the really large ones. I just cut them up to use them as pieces to highlight. Okay, you have this really pretty yellow rose here, and I coiled up all the stems. The green rose, just beautiful. This gorgeous cream-colored flower here. Some of these baby roses. Paul, if you're watching this video, this baby rose and the calla lilies are one of my favorites. They're all my favorites, but those as fill-ins I love to use. And this gorgeous taffy-colored flower is just absolutely outstanding. And what I did was I threaded this pink hydrangea right through the hole of the hydrangea. I used the wire stem, and then I just twisted hydrangeas and then glued everything down. And like I had cut the daisy over here, I cut another flower and put that in as a filler in the background. A couple of these calla lilies, the roses. Here's another calla lily. Behind this pink hydrangea, there's also cut up green hydrangeas to use as accents, because over here on the material there's like the same color hydrangea as that. There's the green. So everything to highlight and offset it to give it all character, depth, and height. I really wanted to keep the interest in the neutrals and brighten them up just a little bit with some of the pink. You also have this beautiful mustard colored rose that's back there, along with this really pretty twisted rose. And there's the rest of the daisy that's cut up here and here in the background as fillers, along with another calla lily, and this beautiful stick pin with this yellowish colored crystals that I put in with a beige colored pearl. And this here is also another filler-in leaf that I had bought from A.C. Moore a while back. And this is a Blue Moon charm. It comes in 4 charms in a package. It's very large, but I thought it would look really pretty behind the silver, just to set it off a little bit. And then I had recently purchased this Martha Stewart tag punch, www.cherryontop.com had purchased 2 Martha Stewart stamps and get one free, so that's the free one that I had taken. And I just used some vintage photo, and with my Just Because stamp, I put Just Because on 2 of those tags and used some vintage photo. And coming up here, you can see in the background some Wild Orchid Crafts skeleton leaves, which are a rust color that go perfect with this project, with the material. Very pretty. And here's my steam binding. So if you look at this steam binding here, which is kind of like a beigey champagne color, I had used a vintage photo and a sponge on mine, and then I sprayed some glimmer mist on my seam binding, and I just dried it with a heat dryer. Wrinkled it up a little bit, and I was scrunching it as I was going away. I just tied a knot, twisted it without even thinking of it, and stuck it down with some glue, and it looked really pretty just as an accent piece up on top. And to just keep in mind with this, ladies, see how pretty that looks? I took a piece of the vintage seam binding, and I haven't seen anybody do this yet, but I thought I'd share with you. And instead of using a ribbon rose, I made a vintage seam binding rose. Looks really pretty in person. Just follow the same way you'd make one of those roses. And I am in the middle of preparing a video. I have a lot of things going on, so I have a video going on my baby roses, and if anyone's interested on seeing how to make vintage seam binding, let me know, and I'll be happy to do an instructional video, and at the same time do a video for my vintage seam binding baby rose. So there you have it. If anybody has any questions, please email me and let me know, and I try to write everybody back. If you have any kind of material that's heavyweight, because this punched through really nicely on the Big Shot using the tag die from Tim Holtz, you know, try it out. Cut out some material. I mean, just using as a different background. I really liked the way it looked. I wanted to do something different. And just to take it off here for a minute, see the back? This is corrugated cardboard from a postal box. So it stuck very well with the fabric tack. I just love the way it came out. And sorry about that. The reason why these came off was because I really wasn't sure where I had wanted them to go, and I was kind of playing with them, and oops, sorry, and was sticking them in between one of those little coiled wires. I can even change it because I didn't stick it down yet, but I wanted it to say Just Because this is a Just Because project. But at any rate, I hope you guys like my tag. It came out really very pretty. I like it myself. I do have some other pretty nice materials that I had gotten, and now that I have tried the seam binding, I don't know, I guess you can get this at your local store, and now just recently Wild Orchid Crafts is carrying it. So if you don't have a local fabric store, check them out because they are carrying the seam binding now. And I really like the way it works, so I think I'm going to have to try some more of making my seam binding vintage. So I hope you like the tag. I love all the comments. Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate everything. And if you like to see these flowers and more of them, you can go to www.wildorchidcrafts.com and check them out. My blog is suziecrafted10.blogspot.com. I'm kind of hoping that some of you come over and follow my blog. I have some interesting stuff that's going to be coming up on there, and I'm just looking for some more people to follow. I'd like to do a giveaway just from my blog, and I have some people on there, but I was hoping for some more. So if some of you have not become a follower yet, just go on over there and check it out, and if you'd like to, I appreciate you following. So everyone have a great Sunday evening, and I'll see you soon. Have a great night. Bye.